we are actually going to be doing a Master Duel stream. Can't believe it's actually going to be happening. Like, how did I get to this point in my life? No, I'm just kidding. No, we're all good. I kind of figured, but I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I actually just caught myself. Good to see you, Raptor. Good to see you, Orlando. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you guys are having a fun night tonight. Did you guys do anything fun today? Any new games or anime starting off? But anyway, we're going to be jumping into it. And again, Raptor, thank you for the contribution for the challenge. Same thing with Orlando and Nero. Let's jump into it. So, for context, for those who are not playing the event, the Extra Zero event is basically where you play decks without using any extra deck cards, which is really cool because in this context, like, it makes it so you have to be more conscious and like focus on your main deck synergy and winning through that, because extra deck stuff is very often like interchangeable and spliced together. So having something that's just, you know, removing it is pretty interesting, honestly. With that being said, it's interesting. Yo, Gameplay Boy, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate you. And Koros, thank you for the contribution as well. We are getting there. We are getting there. We're at like what, past 25%? So we have time. We have time. Thank you for the Get Alert Gameplay. Appreciate it. Welcome, Koros. Hope you're doing well. We also need to play some Power Wash Simulator at some point. Maybe we can make that into a stream. So with that being said, I've actually taken the liberty of trying to find a deck that I would be down to play with. And honestly, like, dinosaurs seem like a lot of fun. Like, their boss monster, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. It can be special summoned by banishing 2 dinosaurs from your graveyard. Then once per turn, during the player's turn, you can destroy 1 monster in your hand or field. And then put everything your opponent has face down, defense position. This card can attack all monsters once, and then you can deal 1,000 if they attack a defense position monster. It's pretty insane. I'm so down, yo. I kind of figured you were. It's a really fun game, and it's so therapeutic. Like, who doesn't like Power Wash Simulator? Like, it's like one of those games like where it sounds kind of like, you know, boring on paper, but you play it. It's a totally good vibe. It is a totally good vibe. But yes, this is basically the deck playing 3 copies of Valor, 1 copy of Amenadored Archosauric, butchered that. 1 Baby Silosaurus, 1 Pterodon, 3 copy of Miscellaneousaurus, 2 copies of Soul Eating Oviraptor, 1 Dinosaur Punkatraps, 3 True King, 2 of the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Terraforming, 2 Double Evolution Pill, which I'm not super set on this, but we'll see how Plasting goes. 3 Fossil Digs, 3 Small Worlds, 1 Dragonic Diagram, 3 Lost Worlds, 2 Called by the Graves, and 3 Evenly Matched. With this list, I'm gonna be 100% straight up. I did not build this deck myself. I put it together from a list on YouTube that I got, and I was able to like kind of like, you know, make it relatively quickly, which is amazing. And like, you know, added Harpy's Feather Duster. But I'm gonna probably make changes as I play it through the event to see how I play fit, just because everybody's dual store like play style is a little bit differently here. There's gonna be some game named the Extra Zero Festival. Dinosaurs come smashing in. Dude, that would be a hell of a game. If that could ever become like a coder, I think we can make that work, right? I think we can make it work. But no, it's the event for Master Duels. And I'm like, yo, let's do it. Let's do it. I was so excited. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But then, but again, the same thing always happens. You come to my stream and you were so excited for it, and then you get disappointed. You know, it's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. But I'm sorry, Chorus. Hopefully you get some enjoyment out of tonight. If not, I'll give you a game or 2 of Power Wash Simulator for you.
Bruh.
All right, so we actually open up pretty good. I don't have a lot of like, oh, they're playing Flunderies. Like, this is a really good deck for the event too. I don't really know how to play this deck, so we're gonna learn as we play. We're gonna learn as we play, my dudes and dudettes. So I know this deck, Flunderies, like they do a ton of normal summons. Like, I actually use one of the rental decks that they provide you, which is Flunderies, and like you could do like 7 normal summons in 1 turn. It's insane. But now, of course, it's just Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, if we can get Conductor Tyranno out on the field, we could just shut it face down and attack them all over, which is good. So we're just going to have to see how they kind of go and set up from there. I'm assuming that maybe based on the deck, They might be playing the original, like the loner deck. So they're gonna go for their the third normal summon for the turn. Snow. 2 penguin soldiers walk into a bar. One flips out and they both go home. That's great. That's great. Welcome, Dan Molly. Hope you're doing well tonight. How's it going, my friend? That was actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. All right, so they're going off with their cards. So one of them, I believe, like gets one of them banished back to the hand. I didn't see what the other one did. All right, so let's see. So while this card is distributed, blah, 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 blah. Once per turn, quick effect, you can banish one card from your hand. Change all special summon monster controls. It's a quick effect, so I guess we can kind of use our Ultimate Conductor Tyranno in response to Vulnerable and Snow, but it's kind of annoying to deal with that. Maybe we can always tech in a Book of Moon. Because, I mean, if we're playing a bunch of Flunderies, and I think Dinos are also pretty decent too, that might be something to consider. I think also Subterros was also really good at the event as well. Oh my god, like that's like their 5th and 6th normal summon. That's insane. All right, so good. It's our turn, so let's see what we can do. Double evolution. Oh, that's not that good. Let's see, banish 1 dinosaur and 1 non-dinosaur from your hand or GY. Oh, we have a worm technically, so that's not too bad. Let's see. So you can destroy the cards if you do special from that. This isn't going to do too much. I don't really worry about that too much. We can destroy these guys, which is actually pretty cool, so we can try to go with that. You ever heard of a band called Royal Royal? No, I have not. What kind of music do they do, my dude? We can go with Soul Eating Oviraptor. Yeah, we can go with that. So we're going to summon Soul Eating Oviraptor. We don't really need to worry about a normal summon. So we're going to activate the effect. Hopefully they try to go for this in response. Because at that point, we could probably potentially set up for our Ultimate Conductor play. They're going with Ash. Oh, that sucks. I forgot. Hand traps are still in the event, too. This is not good, because I was trying to bait out Lundery's guy over here. Big Panic at the Disco. Big Black Parade Feel. Could you DM me the band name so I don't forget to check it out? Because that sounds actually pretty awesome, dude. That sounds pretty awesome. Your opponent controls a token. Or that many monsters in your hand or deck instead. Okay. Thank you, Course. I appreciate it, my dude. Let's see. We can always go with banish 1 dinosaur, 1 dinosaur. UI. Let's summon a level 7. I mean, technically we could do that. I don't like the fact we have to banish it. Like, sending it to the grave would be so much better, but we can go with big double evolution pill. So we're going to be banishing... we're going to banish this, because we have plenty of copies in the deck. We have time of 120k needed, 15 days, about 8k points for 4 weeks of stream. That's about 19k points stream needed. Oof. Best of luck. Best of luck. Best of luck. I mean, it's possible. It's possible we can make it. It's possible we can make it. Let's see. So we have 1 copy in there. We'll go with that. So if your opponent controls monster, you can spell I contribute 1 dinosaur and then show 1 card. You can destroy that, so I guess it's fine. Because they're going to try to Book of Moon everything we currently have. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go for that and just try to get rid of it. Because I'm not going to be able to get anywhere with that. Let's see. The optional effect, they can summon a token once per turn for nobody destroyed by a card effect. You can show that many monsters. I mean, hand or deck instead. Okay, cool. We can go with that. I mean, it's very well possible, Raptor. It's very well possible. Because I'm going to be starting my new job here soon. Okay, so they're playing kind of the way that I was expecting it to. Because we're going to be doing my job, soon. I do want to try to get a few more streams here or there into it. So we might be able to have a little bit more time for you in terms of like streams to be able to contribute. All right, so they're going to go with that. They're going to try to Book of Moon this basically. So, yeah, we're just going to use the effect. We're going to tribute off Dino Wrestler, dude, to be able to get rid of this altogether. So they're going to get their token, and then I'm going to be able to set that to the grave. We're still, unfortunately, because they did use Ash Blossom earlier, we don't have a second dinosaur on our field in the grave. Otherwise, that'd be amazing. Yo, it's ATM, the myth, the legend. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. How's it going, my dude? How's it going, ATM? How are you doing, my friend? Once per turn, you can target, you can destroy 1, and then special summon it. So we can special summon back Dino Wrestler, which is pretty nice. Let's see. It puts it into defense mode, though, right? Yeah, it's in defense mode, which is fine. Once per turn, while you control while your opponent controls, they cannot target once per turn. If normal summon monster field, will be destroyed by a correct? Okay, this is actually kind of cool. So We can do this. We can attempt to destroy that. We're going to use the effect of Lost World and destroy something from our deck instead. This deck is actually really cool. Like, we're actually just figuring out this play for the first time. We're going to destroy... We need something that can attack, yeah? Not really, actually. We're going to destroy this. Just got back home, hopping on that Da Vinci Life. Let's go. Let's talk about this for Strem. What you want to talk about, Chorus? We're going to special summon... we can special summon a lot of things, actually. We can go for a Miscellaneousaurus, honestly. Wouldn't be too bad. Yo, ATM, thank you for the contribution for the points, my dude. We were going to get there, Quarles. Just you wait. And Raptor, just you wait. We are going to banish our 2 dinosaurs so we can be able to summon Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Look at this guy. He's pretty awesome. He's the boss monster. Let's see. So once per turn during the main phase, you can destroy a monster in your hand. No, we don't need to use his effects. We're going to go to battle phase. We're going to be doing some very big damage. We actually have an OTK here. Because he can attack everything once. It's so dumb. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, we can also use this effect too to burn for 1,000. Just send this token to the graveyard. There we go. We're actually figuring out how to play this deck. We just built this thing earlier today, and I like how it plays. It's actually really good. Fab32123 Kid, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the metal community. Glad to have you here. Hope you are doing well. How is the event treating you? Because we just got our 2,000th medallion, so we are popping off. But actually, like, first duel, like, this deck actually seems pretty fun. Dinosaurs, they seem very fun. But yo, what kind of project are you working on for Da Vinci? Yo, Dino DNA with the Yoshi emote. I love that. Yoshi, like, if you could tell, is like on my avatar. He's like my favorite, Mario Nintendo character. He's so cool. He is so cool, even though some of his games recently are kind of subpar. I'll gift you Nocturne for his birthday. Raptor, if you want, we can pool in on that together and gift it to him with like a little bow or something. Because Chorus loves Nocturne. Ancient Warriors. I don't even know what this deck does. You can target one, add... Oh, so this is like Stratos. Interesting. You have no birthday? Plot twist. That's actually kind of sad if you think about it, though, Chorus. You don't have a birthday? Why not? But don't the Ancient Warriors kind of like rely on the extra deck for like the Link monster? I'm not even too sure, honestly. So activating 10 key to search out something else. 2 out of 4 videos done with some cultural leadership stuff we filled at the boss's house in the boat yesterday. Dude, love it. I love it, man. ATM, is your organization or are you aware of the book called The Ideal Team Player? Because that's you, man. That's you. Okay, so they're gonna go into... What do they actually access to? They accessed Ancient Warriors, Rebellious Lu Fang. Interesting. All right, so they have a lot of things going on their board. I wasn't even focusing too much onto it. Once per turn, a quick effect, you can destroy the one face of monster proto controls with the highest attack. So he's kind of an issue, but it's whatever. This card sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one from your hand. Okay. When an effect is activated, we control the Lu dude. Is that what this one is? No, this is a different one. Okay, so they can't really... When the fly control... Okay, so they don't have that guy. So they're not going to be able to do negates, but they can do a spell speed 2 popping. So how does one do? How does one do? I mean, we could do Dragonic. You don't need to do Diaphragm right now. We have this. Normal summon that. Activates effect. Pop this. Well, first, let's actually activate Lost World. Let's do it with Lost World. See how they respond to that. Revisit. Send one to the graveyard, negate the activation. Okay, so we're getting rid of that. So, I mean, that kind of sucks because I'd rather have them, like, pop Diagram or something like that, but that's fine. The Lost World hits the grave. This is going to activate, getting them another copy of something, yeah? Yeah, I can special summon one from their hand, which... Now they have the negates. That is not good. Oh, that is not good, but you can send one... Okay, so they don't have the face-up spell or trap, so that's good. So they can kind of get rid of that, but we can kind of bait it out. Yeah, we're going to try to do that. Let's try to bait it out. So we're going to destroy, obviously, this one. This one's fine to pop as well. What is Poyo Meta? What is Poyo? Like, are you talking Poyo Tetris? Is that what you're talking about, Raptor? Gotta try to lure out Lions after picking up Xenoblade, but you're bringing your Switch, right? So you're gonna be able to play Xenoblade Chronicles 3 while on the go, my dude. So they're gonna let us do it, which is kind of fine because we can bring out Dino Wrestler and then just get rid of this, which is nice. And then I think we can, yeah, because they're gonna probably try to use this to destroy it. They don't have a quick up spell, continuous spell or trap to pop it, but the way how chain links works, we are good. I'm happy for you, ATM. Honestly, it looks like it's turning out to be a really solid game of the franchise, and I can't wait to actually do it. I never played Dino, so I don't know how they combo. Same, Dan. This is my first time playing Dinos on stream. Like, I built this deck a few hours ago. I did like maybe 1 or 2 games. This is me trying to figure out how everything works. Smash that like button if it's actually decent. Kirby in the Forgotten Land. I need to. When I get a Job Raptor, I'll definitely see about picking it up. But for now, dude, I just can't. He could be recurred, I believe, later with Soul Volapterus, whatever it is. So we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with this one. Unfortunately, we're missing 1 dinosaur. Because if we had like 1 dinosaur in hand, we can just make this so much more effective. But we can still attack quite a bit of things. This is a field spell. Once per team, blah, 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 blah. You can destroy 1 other card in your hand. No, it's fine for now. And honestly, I mean, dude, like, it's not that I don't want to play Kirby in the Forgotten Realm. It actually looks like a really fun game. Let's see. So once per year, can attack for this one. If your opponent controls 1, make as well do. You can draw. Wait, what? Yo, wait. It's activated. Oh, yeah. That's a problem. They have so many paragraphs, I just can't keep up with them. Dinos are easy, flip them all over, pretty much, right? Because, like, if you can be able to get Ultimate Conductor Tenor into effect, just, like, you know, put everything face down, and then just start attacking, like, you can do a lot of damage. And it combos off, like in our last duel, it comboed off really well with Lost World, getting a token on his field, attacking the token, using Lost World's effect, preventing the token from being destroyed, destroying one of our little dinos in the deck, and then special summoning something. It's like, honestly, this seems like to be a really fun combo-ish deck. But we pretty much lost, probably. We have enough dinos in the grave, so if we can draw into a dinosaur, we might be okay. Forgotten Land slaps. It seems like a very solid Kirby game. It's on Odyssey's level. I mean, maybe. Is it really, though, ATM? Odyssey was, you know, quite a journey. Get it? Because Odyssey, Journey, it's kind of the same thing. But yeah, no, like, Rhino is a walking Book of Moon is just so good. And they had an OTK for 0, 100%. That's amazing. But now, like, it's really good. The only cost, like, you need to have a dinosaur in your hand or on the field that you can pop with Ultimate Conductor Tyranno to actually get the effect to utilize. But if you don't, it's still a pretty big beat stick that can attack everything. Actually, back out of that. It's like, Dan, basically the idea is to get Ultimate Conductor Tyranno out as soon as you possibly can. Destroy your own dinosaurs, because when this is destroyed, you can summon 1 from your deck level 4 or below. When this one is destroyed, you can special summon a level 4 or higher. And of course, like, this is an insane card. This is basically a either a Foolish Burial or a reinforcement of the army for dinosaurs. Dino Wrestler Pankratrops is really easy to get out, and also has a great spell speed 2 monster popping just by getting rid of itself, or even, you know, back row. And the True King, you know, works out pretty well too. So, like, the deck itself, it seems very fun, especially for this event. Throws pill at the middle for the Odyssey pun. You can't do that. But you can handle a lot of fun if you're in time. Seriously, like, no, like, honestly, Fab, when it came, so, like, I also played the TCG for a while too. I kind of got back into it a while ago, right when the dinosaur structure deck and the ancient gear structure deck came back out. And honestly, they were just both really enticing to build. And I did. I have the dinosaur skeleton in a sense, so, like, where we have, like, you know, the main core and stuff like that, but I just never got around to building it. But playing this event, yo, like, this seems really fun. This seems like really fun. I'm seeing Goblin Thief and Spell Absorption. Yes. We'll see how this goes. This seems really interesting. They're sending a card face down. End of the main phase. Okay, so it's our turn. The cool thing is we can already make our, you know, pretty big dude, which is awesome. Fossil Dig, nice. All right, so we can go with Fossil Dig. Glad you're enjoying it. Right, me too. I appreciate that. Is Dinosaur like your like what is your favorite deck in Yu-Gi-Oh in general? Like, do you have a favorite go-to one that just resonates with you really well? We're gonna go with Soul Eating Oviraptor. We're gonna go with that one. Spell Absorption. They gain 500 each time a spell is activated. Okay, that's fine. I don't really care too much about that personally. We're gonna normal summon this dude. We're gonna use his effect. So at this point, do we want to grab a... I'm wondering, honestly, I have trust issues with that card. So we can select pretty much any card, which is amazing. We can, yeah, we can grab him, which is fine. Right? Yeah, we can do that. We can, so we can discard that. We can, your opponent controls monsters, you can use special summon this card. Oh yeah, they have to have more than we do. Unfortunately, I kind of messed up with that, but that's okay. That's what the learning process is for. What's your favorite deck of all time? Oh, dude, that's a hard one. I would say probably a tie between Ancient Gears and Red Eyes, honestly. They've both just been hella fun. I'm curious to see if this is actually something like a Marshmallow or something, so we're just gonna go to battle and attack. It's... Yo, Beta the Magna Warrior. Yo, mad respect. They might be playing Magnets. No, I play Beta because I'm a sore loser. I have dinos. Dinos are fun. My dinos are fun. I mean, the meta is fine. It's just, I kind of faded out a little bit from competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Before Links started dropping out, just because I kind of got tired of the same old decks, right? Like, for those who have played Yu-Gi-Oh! During the lore of the Technion Galaxy, where it was either Dragon Ruler or Spellbooks, like, it was not a fun time. It was not a fun time if you were a casual Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. Not at all, not at all. Let's see, so we have no dinosaurs, we could, let's see, so you can target one level 4, we need to have one in the grave, unfortunately, which we don't. I mean, honestly, we can kind of just, you know, keep summoning stuff and just keep slapping him. I mean, that's something. Like, so many High Priestess of Prophecy, so many, like, Blue Boys, like, there was just so much. Like, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed playing Yu-Gi-Oh! During that time, too. But more on, like, your local level, right? Where it wasn't, like, absurd stuff, right? Like, Hand Trap Artifacts was fun. What was it? There was also Light Sworn Rulers, which was a really interesting concept. Oh, God. Evenly matched. I mean, we're fine. We're fine. But, like, I would say my favorite period of time of Yu-Gi-Oh! Was from Duelist Alliance probably to Breakers of Shadow, somewhere in that general vicinity. That was like my favorite time of Yu-Gi-Oh. Let's see. So these banished. Yeah, we have to banish them. So that's whatever. We have one of the grave, which is great for us now. So we can just summon another, you know, Velociraptor dude. Yeah, we'll use his effect. Sure, why not? We will summon. I mean, we can kind of go for a lot of different things. We can do I mean, we can choose. I mean, it's 0/0, so not really. We will go with. Yeah, we'll just go with this one actually. Do we want to add to our hand? What is the turning on this one? So we can target one other. Let's see. No, we're good. Honestly, I'm not gonna overcomplicate things. We're just gonna special summon this bad boy and just kind of go from there. Because I mean, we can honestly just, you know, summon him, use his effect, like, you know, destroy Baby Silosaurus and just keep going from there. Yeah, that's fine. So we're going to destroy Baby Silosaurus. That's going to be able to pop its effect, to be able to special summon from the deck. It's 4 or below for this one, so we're just going to go another Milosaurus. And then there's that. I mean, technically we could pop that, but we don't think we don't have anything bigger than that, so that's fine. Plus, it puts in defense mode anyway, so we don't really need to worry about that. Luster Dragon is 19 or 16 defense, so we can attack over with Milosaurus. Yeah, there we go. And then we can do 35, 36, so what, 71 points of damage? Either way, it's enough per game. But what is your favorite deck, Dan? I know you're a huge fan of Subterra, but is that like your all-time favorite deck or just that one? High Priestess Rathu was such a babe. I retired soon after that time. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. I think I remember that time too, because a lot of people were kind of like, you know, abandoning Dark Magician Girl for High Priestess of Prophecy. But I mean, no, like I remember back in the day, like if you would pull like a Spellbook of Judgment, like, yo, you were like totally the coolest kid at locals until someone shows you up by pulling like a ultimate like pot of duality from like a tournament pack. That actually happened. It wasn't me though, of course. I have shit luck when it comes to pulling packs. But I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! I feel like is one of those games where you kind of retire, but you generally sometimes come back to it. Like, I know I've done that. Yo. I mean, we get the medals for this, so I'm totally cool with it. It also kind of gets us up to on the gold pass thing too. So yeah, like that's fine. Evenly matched. Nice. Yo, Barry, it's great to see you. It's been a while since we've seen you in our streams. How are you doing, Barry? You gotta go with the hug for Huggles, Barry. I mean, they saw evenly matched and they knew that they were not evenly matched. It's so good. It's so good. 2 Ash Blossoms. We'll go second. You know, we gotta leave the scoop. Yo, we haven't even got to use evenly scoop yet. Might as well just call it evenly scoop, right? How are you doing, Barry? Everything going well for you? I mean, how do I want to... I mean, we can probably figure something out with this. Dragonic Diagram is good because you can get True King with it. Yeah. This card's normal something you can destroy, then add... You can't destroy itself, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. They have 1 card face down. Trust issues. Now I'm good. Oh, Double Evolution Pill. That's actually pretty good because we have Effect Veiler, which is a non-dino, which is what we kind of need to deal with. I'm gonna do it. So we're gonna banish. Yeah, we can banish this one. That's fine. I used Witchcraft in this event, evenly matched, and a lot of back removal. It was very easy. I mean, I would not expect any less from you, Hugglesberry, but that's fine. Witchcrafter is one of the decks that I just kind of grown at dealing with. Same thing with like Arrow Mages, which I kind of feel bad because I know you like both of those decks, Barry. We're gonna go with the Solar's Raptor. We're gonna put... What do I have? We have Dragonic Diagram in hand. Can we destroy something in our hand? We can! That's so dumb. That is so dumb. I love this deck. This deck is so much fun. Alright, we're gonna grab Baby Silosaurus. Yeah, we're gonna add it to the hand. Because we can use the Dragonic Diagram to destroy the Baby Silosaurus in hand and be able to grab, like, something else in the field. It's so good. Burpass is the GG no re. I mean, I actually had to face off against Witchcrafter, and I don't remember what the outcome was, but I think we were actually able to get around it pretty easily, just based on like the amount of removal we actually have into it. But no, like Witchcrafter, that makes a lot of sense. It would be very strong because again, no extra deck. It's so good. So we're gonna attempt to do that. Called by the... They just said a Called by the Grave? Well, I mean, it's kind of good we still have Feather Duster because we don't have to worry about, you know, wasting that. So they're gonna banish the Baby Silosaurus. It's not gonna activate its effect. That's totally fine. There could be far way worse of things that could have happened in that. So we're gonna attack with the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno Dude, and then Sulfuraptor over Raptor, and then we're gonna pass our turn. Oh hey Sora. That's great. That's great. Cat's interrupting. Let's go. All right. Let's see. Oh crap. All right. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I actually did try a little bit of Flunderies earlier today, and like, I feel like I would need a little bit more time with Flunderies to be able to like get the full benefit from it. But like, it's absurd. Like, you could normal summon like 5 to 6 times on that, and it's interesting. You still loving Master Duel? To be honest, ATM, I still prefer Duel Links just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. But I mean, there's every now and then where sometimes just playing Master Duel and having a fun time with the deck I'm really enjoying, like, you know, it hits a different feeling. We got standard here, sir. I mean, if I set the standards, then that's a pretty damn low bar. Speaking of which, Flunderies, here we go. This card would be normal summon. You can, we're gonna try to just stop what they're doing right now and go with a Veiler. Because like, it feels like if you stop their normal summons and they don't have any more, they might be done. But what about you, ATM? Do you love Master Duel ATM? It's your favorite card game, right? Next to Hearthstone? So they're setting 2. Interesting. It's solid. I mean, I feel like it depends, like, depending on what you end up doing with it, it can definitely make or break it, you know? I honestly find myself doing a lot more of the events and just, like, you know, PvP among friends and, you know, viewers of the stream. Versus, like, you know, going against, like, climbing ranks. You know, that's just me personally. Let's see. All of, we don't have a normal summon target, which is kind of sad. I mean, we could set evenly match and, you know, pass turn. That might be a pretty solid fundraise. I don't know if they have a lot of negates. Let's see. If you control no cards, you can activate this card from your hand. Okay, we might as well just do that. So we might as well just do that. ATM, you should totally get back into the Pokemon TCG, man. I would love to have as many participants as we can during, like, the theme deck duels. That was a lot of fun. And also, like, the cool thing with the Pokemon TCG online, they have daily login things. It's like you get pretty much free money and gems, packs, just daily logging in. You don't even have to play. Certainly, I got my free share packs without even playing it, like, a few matches. A lot of fun, though, man. It's definitely a lot of fun. Oh, by the way, Raptor, I started playing the Game Boy Color Pokemon TCG game. Yo, that thing, like, for a Game Boy Color Pokemon game, like, card game, that thing is amazing. That thing is amazing. Like, it was really, really good. I'm actually still really enjoying my time with it. So they summoned the big penguin. You can banish stuff, which is fine. It's not, like, relevant to us right now. Besides, we have evenly matched, so I'm not too worried about it. I went with the Bulbasaur friends. I went with Charmander friends. It's so good. It's so good. I'm really glad that I bought it before the Nintendo Switch eShop for the 3DS, not Switch, the 3DS went down. I mean, I think you could still add using gift cards and stuff like that, but I don't have time for that. I don't. There actually, fun fact, ATM, there's actually a second Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy Color. It just never got localized. Though I'm pretty sure the fan base is dedicated enough where they probably released, like, you know, English patches or something like that. The timing is amazing. Let's go. The cards are really fun to hunt as well. It's really good. I just basically, if I remember correctly, I defeated the Grass Club gym leader, like their version of gym leaders. Yeah, no, it's really fun. I don't know when Pokemon TCG Online is going to transfer over to Pokemon TCG Live. Hopefully everything absolutely transfers over, because Metal has 50 more packs that I'd love to open it on stream and for everybody to watch. So make sure you're following the channel to be able to be a part of that. Why is it not letting me use evenly matched? Oh, it's at the end of the battle phase. Yeah, let's do it. Evenly matched. Let's go. If it doesn't get negated, I'll be so happy. It's a red reboot. Okay. That's fine. I mean, I get to set it. I mean, that's kind of fine. Set the designated card from the deck. Yeah. Actually, I can't back. I mean, technically, if I kind of left it as it was, we would have been able to, like, banish one more card, but it is what it is. That before I enter battle phase, pretty sure this guy plays Duel Links. Oh, absolutely, Barry. You totally get me, and we are drawing nothing but bricks. This sucks. Let's see. Your opponent can activate trap cards. For the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, your opponent can activate trap cards. You activate this game by paying 1,000 or half your life points. Interesting. Okay. If they have another red reboot, we're kind of actually we're pretty much dead already. But you know what? You never surrender. Because you still got the experience if you lose. We already lost Barry, unfortunately. Actually, would Lost World done anything? No, this only applies to dinos being normal or special summon, not wing beasts. I mean, the biggest problem is that we just kind of bricked. That's fine, man. That's just Yu-Gi-Oh in a nutshell. Any card game in general, like you'll brick. It happens, you know. It is what it is. I mean, Flunderies, it's a fun deck. It's got Cody from whatchamacallit, Cody from Surf's Up. Like, anybody remember the movie Surf's Up? Cody makes an appearance. Look at him, it's so good. I love it. Watch the Broly movie to me was very solid. Yeah, dude, Dragon Ball Super Broly was actually pretty good. It was probably one of my favorite Dragon Ball movies, period. Not because of Broly, like, to be honest, I have very little nostalgia for Broly. I didn't actually watch the original Broly movies until I was like a man. I didn't see that shit until I started paying taxes. Like, that's how serious I am. But like, no, Broly was a good time. Honestly, like, there was good character development and potential foreshadowing of him being either a Z fighter or just working with him. It's a good movie. But ATM, how excited are you for Dragon Ball Superhero? Haven't seen any Broly movie before this one. Yeah, dude, there's a Broly trilogy from Dragon Ball Z back in like the 90s. They're not canon, but if you don't care, you can go check them out. But yeah, there's like the original Dragon Ball Z Broly, which is different from the one in Super, apparently. So many normal summons. So many normal summons. Don't care about Superhero too much. Already looked up the spoilers and I just left. Dude, what do you mean? You're not happy that and Piccolo... Oh, spoilers. I'm sorry. No, we're good. We're good. I mean, I'm probably going to check it out because it focused on my boy Gohan. But like, I mean, I know what happens too. I have access to Wikipedia. Of course, I'm going to look and see if it's actually be worth my time or not. And I mean, it seems kind of fun. I mean, it seems like it'd be kind of a decent time. You know? All right. Please don't brick. I'm not too sure how I feel about the double evolution pills. Well, either that or I want to add more non-dinosaurs to make it more live. When I saw that they're bringing in, I'm like, of course. Oh yeah, dude, of course, because they gotta. I can't say too much because I don't want to spoil for those who are really excited for it, you know. This is actually a better opening hand, much better opening hand. Reasoning. What deck could they be playing? Choose level 3. Oh wait. Oh, Dytron. Oh, that's stinky. Machina Dytron. Is that actually a thing? Oh, it might be just more Machina. 1 for 1. Called by the grave. Cult reasoning. Yo, your reasoning is losing all your cards, buddy. These Yu-Gi-Oh puns are terrible. I don't feel too bad about it. Okay, they're keep going. If they actually deck out, that'll be great. Please deck out. Please deck out. Oh, outstanding Dog Mary. What an outstanding card. All right. Places at the bottom of your deck. Add 1 outstanding Dog Mar from your deck. Yo, there's actually an outstanding Dog Mare on search. That's amazing. That's exactly what this game needs. Just more outstanding dog searches. That's great. That is, every dog will have their day. Oh god, that's disgusting. I mean, we'll have enough dinosaurs in our graveyard for sure, but come on, I don't want you to get rid of my dinos. Maybe Lost World might be okay. Small World. It's a very cute card. It's like it's a poodle. Look at that. I actually might want to pick up a copy of this card IRL for my wife. She would love this card. Machina Rune Force, when the card opponent activates during a battle phase, you can pay half your life points to negate the activation. And if you do, half your opponent's life points. That is absurd. If this card is dropped by battle, card effect, you special summon up to 3 banished Machina monsters level 12 or less. Which, that's actually kind of interesting. It's definitely kind of interesting. We had such a good opening hand, though. We had a good normal summon. We could destroy them. We had such a good normal summon, and now we have to deal with this. Yay. All right. When your opponent okay, so it's only during the battle phase. Only during the battle phase. They have 3. Beautiful. Okay. Sword of Deep-Seated. Okay, I mean, it's kind of smart because it prevents them from deck thinning and decking themselves out. We have Miscellaneous, so be good, GG. You forget, Barry, I don't know how to play this deck. I don't know how to play this deck, dude. Let's see. Destroy during the end phase. You only use this effect once per turn. Okay, so I can do it on the turn it's not in the grave. So, I mean, that's fine. Don't do anything yet. We'll see. Let's see. So, draw. Oh, yeah, we got a second copy. That's amazing. All right, so what's the secondary effect, actually? You can banish any number of dinosaurs from your graveyard, including this card. Special summon one level dinosaur from equal to the number of levels. But, I mean, he has, like, a great protection effect, which is amazing. But I don't think we have to really worry about that. But it negates, so we have to, like, kind of be careful of that. I don't know how to play dinosaur. Barry, I love you. I appreciate you. It's fine. We're going to go with Small World. So we're gonna try to go with Small World, see what actually happens. All right, it's live, so that's good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show. So we have to banish the cards. So we can ban it because I want to get a dinosaur. So we're gonna banish that. We will banish. We already have 2 copies, so we can banish that. That's fine. Banish those 2, and we can grab him. We have enough dinos in the graveyard to be able to do that. We can destroy a dinosaur in a hand to be able to put all these things face down and attack over. But the problem is that they're 4,100 defense. So how does one get around that? You can do send that to defend at the start of the damage step. That's actually pretty good. So we can actually get around that. Yeah, because it sends to grave. It doesn't matter in the battle phase. So we're good. So we're gonna go with that. We're gonna try to special summon. The banishes and ones, we're gonna banish these 2 because like the other one has like some utility in the graveyard still. Yeah, we're gonna special summon him in attack mode. We will then do this, so we don't have to war because this thing happens during the battle phase. If I activate this, we're unaffected, so we are good. Yeah. So we are good. Let's see. So yeah, so we should be good. So then once per turn, you can destroy 1 card in your hand, change all of them face down. Okay, so now we are good. So we're gonna do that. We have to get rid of the other miscellaneous source though, but it's it is what it is. What do you do? Target 1 machine monster, control special summon 1 from the different activity to destroy the targeted monster. Banish this card from your graveyard. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so I don't think it's gonna be that relevant right now. So target 1 machine, special summon 1, you do destroy the targeted monster. You banish this card, target the 3, there's some shuffle. Okay, so that's fine. That should be fine. We should be good. We should be good. I'm not sure why they're doing that. What does Citadel do, actually? I've never even seen Citadel. Let's see. Quick effect, you can target 1 machine, destroy all opponent's monsters. I don't care. I am protected. I don't care. Well, this card is in your graveyard, special summon the card. Oh, we fine. We good. We gotta destroy this one. Put them all face down. Except, unfortunately, the dog has to get sent down face down too. And that's great. We're not gonna do that. No. We're gonna make them draw a Sword of the Deep Arm Seated. It's so good. Yo, it's Lethal. It's great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate you. Can we get a shout out for Lethal? They're a really great streamer. Definitely go check them out. Love the energy they provide with their streams. Thank you again for the lurk. Hope you're having a great night. I appreciate you. And I'm pretty sure we're kind of good now. Yo, appreciate it. Thank you, Hugglesberry. Thank you so much. Yes, if you're a huge FIFA fan and just soccer fan in general, definitely go check them out. Great vibes across the board. Outstanding Dog, Marin. You can put this on the top of your deck to do place. Yes, they're going to be drawing into Doggo. So that's actually kind of cool. I don't know what the other card in their hand is, but we should be fine, hopefully. Use the effect. Keep just sending everything to the grave. That's good. Yeah. All right. Yeah, use the effect. Let's see. So we're going to go to main 2 now. And then we can set call just in case something happens, Activate effects. We're going to check this out too. Banish the number of dinosaurs, special summon 1 dinosaur with equal to the number of banishes activate effect, but destroy it in the end phase. That's actually kind of cool. Is it next end phase or the final one? Let's see. Banish. We don't really need to worry about that right now, so we're kind of good. and your opponent's turn call 12 and we win. I mean, after seeing that, like after seeing their first reasoning, yeah, we're probably gonna call 12. But they're gonna be drawing into Outstanding Dog Mary, so they can't do anything really. Possibly. We'll see what they actually have though. Oh, that's terrifying. Let's see. Destroy one monster, so we can destroy a monster in their hand. I don't know how many times they could do that as a problem. Let's see. It's like if they can do it once, we leave it. Let's see. So how do they actually act with this? By banishing monsters from your graveyard whose level equals 12. They have plenty. They have plenty, so we probably just need to wait it out, unfortunately. Wanted to call right away so they can't essence it, so... No, I don't know, man. They still have a ton. Let's see. Once your opponent enters a card during the battle phase, you can negate activation, paying out the life points to destroy it. Oh, that's not that good. Sword of Deep Sea is activated. Let's see. Maybe must be such summon when your opponent does that. Because they have a ton. I guess they're just spamming this monster, so that's interesting. We're gonna do that. We still have a set called by the grave too. There we go. And I think this also stops it from actually utilizing them again, right? Specs negated, banish it. Specs negated as well. Yo, Casey, thank you for the hydrate. And also for the contribution for Metallic's DK64. Let's go. How are you doing, Casey? Probably did that wrong, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, if they can summon multiple, you know, I can't really get around that. Because, like, during the battle phase, they can just negate it anyway. Can we get a shout out for Casey Golden Knight as well? Choose a card to destroy. Oh! Nice. Sure. Dead tired? I feel that. I feel that. I honestly was, like, really, really tired from, like, you know, just before doing this. But I'm feeling pretty good now. I'm feeling pretty good. So they're going with Monster Gate. All right. We know they have an Outstanding Dog Marin in there still, right? Holy crap, they have TJ Hubbard and Cannon Assault in there too. If we actually win by decking out, that'll be amazing. Are we gonna win by decking out? Yo. Yo. Maybe. Oh shit, no. Oh. It's your bought the veil in hand, so you should activate instead of... Oh, my bad. Let's just agree to another 12-hour shift. I mean, dude, not good for your sleep schedule, but good for the bank account, I bet, right? Do you have any time coming off, at least, anyway? They only had 2 cards left. I guess that kind of makes sense why they play Outstanding Dog Marin in the deck. We're probably dead. Yeah, we're probably... Like, if we could draw, like, into a Regeki or something, that might be enough, but we have to live that turn, which is not going to be happening. Only usual weekend on Wednesday. I'm sorry, man. Are you able to, like, just get some good rest and just, you know, chill for a little bit? That'll be like the best thing to do for sure. And also to stay hydrated too. That'll be very important as well, Casey. I know you know that. GGG. There was a card I thought, like, prevented them from summoning it again for the rest of the turn. I thought it was called by the grave, but I guess I was wrong. But it's all good. Let's see. How many, like, stuff do we actually acquire now? We're gonna still keep on, like, you know, doing some duels and learning the deck, but I just want to see, like, how much gems we actually get from this now. Oh, we got some legacy packs. That's pretty poppin'. Oh, that's all good, Casey. We're still, like, I built this deck not too long ago, So my experience with this deck is very, very low. And my play skills are very low as well these days. So we're just chilling. Not with this. Barry does not like that. We're just chilling with this. Oh, it's all good. Next mistake. Yeah. I love the name. I love the name. I'll probably make a few of those. So let's do it. I think with dinos you want to go second, but I mean first is fine too, depending what you open up with anyway. We have diagram. I mean, unfortunately he doesn't ignore summoning conditions, so it is what it is, but it's not too bad. We could summon him. This doesn't do anything for the banish 3 extra deck stuff. But summon 1 non-earth worm monster from your graveyard. That doesn't really work much, but that's okay. I'm trying to think here. I mean, we can actually do quite a bit. So we can do, he doesn't negate effect, which is nice. So we could start off by summoning the True King guy, which is nice. Yeah, so summon True King. That's going to trigger both Silosaurus and Metallicerox, which is nice. So I can choose Soul Eater, be able to get a search essentially for our big boss monster, unless they have Ash Blossom, which they do. Which one are they ashing? Please don't ash the one I want you to. I don't want you to ash. Please don't. A new chair. No, I knew you meant chair, but chair would be pretty pog, man. But the cool thing is we can actually summon the one that we need regardless. Anyway, we'll put in defense mode. We gotta afford the life point, so that's good. So here to use Ash Blossom once, so we don't have to worry about like another Ash Blossom hitting us. So we can just be able to use this, be able to get our search for Mr. Big Daddy Dragon, big boss monster. We're gonna do that. Yes, add to hand, which is nice. So thank goodness they both choose level 4 regardless, being higher and below, so that's good. Once per turn, all King Dracos gain 300 attack. The first time they would tribute summon. It's not tribute summon, it's special summon. The bonuses, I guess, is fine for now. Just activate it too. No, we don't need to miss the source of effect. Once per turn, you can target one other controller you control. No, we're just gonna end the turn right here. We're just gonna end the turn right here. All right, so let's see. Casey, thank you for the lurk, man. I appreciate you. Again, if you're not following Casey Goldenite, son of a, it's Yusenju. All right. I'm not a fan of Yosenju, but it's fine. Let's see. You can target one card your opponent controls, put it face up. Let's see. Control. Let's see. So you can normal summon another one. I mean, we can't negate the effect. That's out of the question. That's fine. Personally, I'd rather not use Miscellaneousaurus right now anyway for it, so it is what it is. I don't think they could probably OTK with us, so that's fine. But it just kind of leads me to ask, like, what do they have in their hand for, like, in terms of back row? Because for those who don't know, Yosenju will often have, like, no monsters on the field because these things will be returned to the owner's hand anyway. So often they might have cards like Drowning Mirror Force and things of that nature. So this one gets them a search. This one can attack directly, and this one I think bounces something. You target one card your opponent controls, put it back to their hand. Let's see what your opponent activates. So maybe we could do Miscellaneousaurus in response to the effect. Because I mean, they can't deal damage to us unless this thing is off the board, which they're probably going to use comma 1 to be able to try to bounce True King himself. Let's see. We have enough for that, but we do want to protect this as well. I don't think they can do anything else. They have 2 cards in their hand. They're going to get a search, but that's not going to be relevant to the end of the phase. So, no, we'll just hold on to it. So, yeah, we definitely want to. I don't want to gamble trying to draw into a Miscellaneousaurus. It's the end of the main phase. Okay, so they're going to go for that. Interesting. You can say Miscellaneous Extra to summon Ultimate Conduct. UTC. Okay, UTC. I got it. Got you, Barry. Now we good. So, I mean, he doesn't even need to attack directly on this one. So they're going to be going back to the owner's hand unless they have... I think there's a card that prevents that from happening. But even if they do keep him on the field, we could just simply use, like, you know, his effect and then use this protect, which is nice. So let's see. Yosenju, I couldn't read now. What you get? Your opponent declares a direct attack, you can send one special summons card from your hand. Make this monster's attack become the equal to that. Interesting. Huh. I didn't even know this was actually a thing. It's an older card for sure. So basically they have a battle fader. It doesn't negate the attack though. Start the image of the opponent's balance monster can make it interesting. You can add the Yosenju card. Interesting. Can't really. I mean, we can probably. That's actually pretty good too. Actually, what does this deck have? I'm trying to remember. We could use. I'm trying to think here. Actually, I'm still not super familiar with the deck, but we're gonna try to use Gigantic Diagram to be able to pop Patreon on. Vanity's Emptiness. Are you serious? Oh man, I haven't seen that card in forever. That's insane. Let's see. Vanity's is activated. I mean, wow. That is interesting. Send for the deck or field to the grave. I mean, we can still. No, it doesn't work because it's not hand. That's annoying. That is so annoying. I mean, whatever. Future announce gonna trigger. It doesn't do anything because what are we like back in 2014, 2015? Neither player can special summon monsters. Yo, that's not good. I mean, I can attack directly. I don't think they'd actually use that card to be able to just. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, it's annoying. I mean, we're gonna die anyway if we don't do anything. So I might as well just go down swinging, right? From the field or the grave, or the deck to the grave for this. Let's see. Hand to the grave doesn't work. You better just a number. Blah 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 blah. It doesn't work. All right, we're just gonna attack directly. I don't care right now. Swing at least for some damage. The damn Vanity. I forgot Vanity's Emptiness was a card. It's a good card. Vanity's Emptiness is definitely a good card. Oh. It's annoying. Why? We can scoop it up. No. We're gonna because we get some of the points too, and they'll get the points even if we scoop anyway. So no, we don't scoop. Like whenever I do like PvP and stuff like this, I just never scoop. I'd rather just get the little bit of experience anyway. You know, Barry. But it is what it is. Just why Vanity's Emptiness? I don't like that. I don't. But it is what it is. Yeah, so they're resummon the Karma 1, 2, and 3. They'll probably use Karma 1 to bounce Misplays and then just attack directly. They'll summon, like, you know, Yugioh Karma 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if they'll summon another one. 13, 31. Yeah, that's 59, pretty much. If I remember, if I did the math right. So yeah, 49, so we're dead. GG because of Vanity. Oh, it's so dumb because, like, for the Yosenju's, like, it's just a normal summon at that point. It doesn't do anything really. But they might time out. They might lose connection. But no, that's not going to happen. They did it. I'm so happy for them. They did it. But, you know, when you're playing Vanity's Emptiness, it's just... that it's just that yeah that's okay. We gave it our best. Yeah. Oh, we hit level 20. Let's freaking go. We live in a society. Is it really a society when they're playing Vanity's Emptiness? This is not okay, team. This is not okay. I need to special summon. I need to feel important, and if I can't special summon, I don't feel important. That's fine. Give me the gems. Gold pass, yeah, we can do that too. I mean, if anything, this is also just kind of like a fun, easy way to like kind of like go through the gold pass too without worrying about like losing ranks. Because if you do it in PvP, You will rank down if you lose too many times, so it's fine. It's fine. I refuse to play Flunderies right now, at least not on stream. Like, the deck, it seems like take a little bit more to learn through. I'd rather not do that right now. You know? Maybe another day. But, like, when this deck pops off, it pops off really well. We just need to get to that point. We'll go second. We'll try that. We'll try that. And honestly, like, maybe even after this event, I might try making dinos like a deck we build, but, like, utilizing some of the rank 4 dinosaurs that have, like, negates, like, Palkia and... No, not Palkia. Dolka and Lagia. Like, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. We have Small World, we have Gigantic Diagram. That's not too bad, actually. That is not too bad, because we can do a few things with that as well. You know? Oh, look at that. They're playing no extra deck? No, I'm just kidding. Yo, Deli, good to see you, man. Hope you are doing well. How's it going, Deli? So 2 face down and then also a face down monster. Interesting. Let's see what we can do. All right. So a small world, right? Reveal 1 monster, choose 1. I mean, we're banishing it anyway. I don't really want to do that too much. Just don't say, how are you? I'm doing pretty good, dude. We are currently playing dinosaurs, and it's so much fun when it actually pops off, but when it doesn't, we kind of feel sad. But no, it's good. What are you chilling with tonight? Any fun games going on? Be ashamed if we banished them all face down. Right? Like, right, Barry? Right? It's so good. It's so good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna activate Diagram, see if we can like bait anything out. Because they have something, probably. They probably have something. I mean, honestly, if they have like a hand trap, we have called, so I'm not too worried about that. Saints Row 3, nice. How do you like it so far? It's basically like a GTA inspired game, right? A dust tornado. Huh. Well, I mean, that's a thing. That's definitely a thing. I mean, it kind of sucks because we can't destroy that, but we could always go with Baby Silosaurus. Yeah, I guess we can go with that. So we're gonna go with Small World. We're gonna banish that because we have so many copies we could just use anyway. Select a card to banish. We can banish. So I want to grab. Yeah, we can banish this one because I think this will allow us to be able to get Soul Eater over Raptor. But I think it would have the same attack, right? No, it doesn't. Let's see. If this is your control monster, you can do. I mean, honestly, he's not a bad card to choose out anyway. We don't have any destruction outlets right now, so it's not a terrible idea. Yo, I appreciate the lurk and Lethal. I appreciate you. I think if I remember correctly, Deli, didn't you say you wanted to wait until you had like a PC before you come back to streaming? Because I know you were having some issues with like the laptop or something, right? Like, right? I remember that being one of the reasons you mentioned or something. What's its effect? No, we don't need to. No, we don't need to do anything about that. Dark Refer, yo, we are definitely going back in time with Dark Refer. Let's freaking go. I love it. We could just pass turn. They get rid of this thing, we're good. So we could just use evenly matched. We'll have no cards after that. We'll see when it comes. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Whatever you do, man, I support you. You know that we appreciate you. You're a wholesome and awesome member of the community. You are all awesome, wholesome members of the community, and I appreciate you all. I really do. I really do. Definitely help make the pandemic much, much more enjoyable. I'll just say that. But yeah, the Pokemon TCG is really popping off right now. Card destruction! No! Oh. Why are people playing card destruction now? Why? Yo, we got another copy of Evenly Matched. Let's freaking go. That's hilarious. They couldn't handle my speedrun strats, so let's freaking go. Take that, Martin. No, I'm kidding. Martin's probably a good dude. Probably good. That means we got another 500 medals. How long does like it goes up to 5K and then we're done? Wow, that's actually kind of interesting. If it actually just goes up to 5K, like I think this will actually be the first time we actually went to the end of the exhibition. facing off against Jay? Are they playing Dark Magician? Because, I mean, I have seen a few Dark Magician players actually do pretty well, honestly. Because, like, again, they have, like, you know, because, like, again, Dark Magician's 2,500 attack. They also have, like, what, the Honest Light card for their deck archetype. Like, they can actually do quite a bit of this stuff with that. Ooh, yo, this is pretty good, actually. This is actually pretty dang good. So we can go with Lost World. Hopefully they don't have, like, an Ash Blossom or something, because that would just be very unfortunate. That'd be very unfortunate. Do they have an Ash Blossom? Do they have an Ash Blossom? Do they have an Ash Blossom? Or is it a Max C? What could it possibly be? What could it possibly be? Jay? What are you doing? What are you doing? Yo, I mean, you know, 500 medals. I'll take it. I'll take it. Fossil dig. Scoop phase. Let's go. All right. That's neat. That's amazing. Let's go. Oh, okay. I guess there's more up to 5,000. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. We still have some time. We still have some time. But I gotta say, like, I know this isn't like the most optimal build for dinosaurs, but I'm really enjoying the playstyle so far. I think maybe after this event, I'll like rework it a little bit, make it like, you know, have an extra deck, of course, and stuff like that, and make it a little bit more fine-tuned. I know dinosaurs have kind of become a relic of the past, but you know, we can still have some fun with it as like a fun deck. Metal Stray when? I don't know, man. Like, I need to see a bit more of Stray before I play it. Also, I need a job, and then we'll go from there, man. Fate, oh, the adventure package. This is not fun. This is not gonna be good. Have you played Stray ATM? What do you think? Is it perfect? I know it's a cat game. I know what Stray is. I've actually watched a few streamers stream it. It actually looks really cool. I don't know what's going on in the story, so that's good. I love cats. Cats are good. Cats are great. We have 2 cats ourselves. We have a cat named Sora. We have a cat named Riku. And if we get a 3rd cat, it's not going to be named Kyrie. It's going to be named something else, probably. Could you imagine, like, we get, like, a cat that's, like, you know, some black and white fur, and then we take it to the vet. It's like, metal with Zebnus Xehanort? This person must be a weeb or something. That'd be kind of funny. I think that'd be kind of funny. All right, so they're playing Wandering Griffin Rider. Never expected a Griffin Rider. You are great. You are all great. You're great as well, ATM. You're all breathtaking. What are they playing? Well, the Noble Arms. You can only equip to 1. They get 500 for each different name that mentions Adventure Token. This card is sent to the graveyard. Target Adventure Token you control, equip that. Oh man, it's Adventure. We haven't even really played against Venture. They don't even have a negate. Let's go. But let's see what happens, Barry. They might actually get a token. Let's see. So Magicore cannot unless you control an Adventure. Wait, do they control an Adventure token? This card sends the graveyard could target an Adventure token. It's a 10. Like what? Let's see. When you control a monster, equip that you can your opponent can activate cards or effects during the battle phase once per turn while your Adventure token destroys an opponent's monster. So, is this treated as an Adventure token? I guess not. That is really interesting. Anyway, so we have quite a bit of things we can actually do here. We can flip them all face down, which is funny. So we can normal summon this. We're gonna use the effect. Well, potentially. Well, because like if they stop this, it's fine because we have Fossil Dig. What do you do? Once per turn the first time it would be destroyed. You can during main phase. Monsters normal special state, we take 1 equip spell that adventures and either equip it or equip it to 1 adventure token. Interesting. Alright, so they're doing that. What do you do? What do you do? Let's take a look. So they added Starlight Papillon, equip it to a creature, blah 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 blah. Monsters board controls 500 attack for each card that adventures with different names. We should be fine. Let's grab the flying one because that's one like we could still do more. Yeah, we'll add it to hand. We'll then use. We'll special summon it. We can special summon True King by popping monsters on the field. Yeah. Pretty sure. Wait, what? Level 6 or lower? What? I mean, that's fine, honestly. I think that should be fine. We'll go with that. We just need to keep one in our hand to be able to make it work. So, yeah, we have Miscellaneosaurus. Wait, what? Yeah, Fossil Dig. Oh, I totally I thought this would have been able to work, but I guess not. No, I should have Foolish Burial this to the grave, and then yeah, we kind of screwed it up. That's good. That's good. Yeah. I mean, we could always go into the battle phase attack, bop that. Let's see. Let's see. You could banish from by banishing 2 dragons from your dinosaurs from your grave. Oh, that's not gonna work. You send this card from your hand. Dinosaur monster your effect are unopposed by active effects. Yeah, because we only can summon the dinosaur if we banish him from the grave. We only have 1 copy, unfortunately, because I misplayed on that one. I mean, technically we can attack into it, have 2 in the grave, then put everything face down, but that's not really going to do anything. So we can't special summon this at spell speed too. Whoops. I guess we're going to do that then. So use the effect. We'll take as much little damage as we can. So we can do this effect twice, yeah? Yeah, once per turn. Yeah, so we can do that. So that's actually pretty good. So we're gonna do that. Then we could summon it, then we could just like kind of like sit onto it. Or we could hold oh sorry, just saw that berry. Doesn't matter if they can't OTK, fair enough. Fair enough. Still haven't even really seen this deck, so it's really interesting. What do? If you control the adventure token, you can target a monster you control and equip it. The adventure's defense to as many opponents as monsters you can. Oh, if only we actually held on to event whatever that thing is, but that's fine. We'll summon this by banishing these 2. And then we can start to show like, the creatures in our hand to be able to kind of get some stuff going on, which is nice too. Yeah, so that's good. So we summon him, and then we're gonna use the effect. We're gonna go with Baby Silosaur. Yeah, we'll go with Baby Silosaurus now because next turn we can always go. No, actually, we'll go with. Yeah, because it can't attack. Yeah, we're gonna go for this one because at that point what we could do is get rid of that equip spell. Then we can use this effect. We can also grab ourselves a copy of Den of Restorer in case we want to use him for like the quick pop effect. So that's kind of cool too. And then is this trap card actually a concern? Let's see. So. You can target one monster control an adventure, equip card that adventures. They don't have any of the equips, so that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're good just now to pass and just see what actually happens. So it should be fine. The real question, though, is if Metal's going to play DK64. You never know. They got Regeki? That's not fun. And we also don't have Miscellaneosaurus, so that's not fun either. That is not fun. I mean, we can do that, so we might as well do that. Let's see. That is so annoying. But I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Destroys my control. Your monsters. So I guess we should just get rid of. We will get rid of this one. Pop the monster. Yeah, that's kind of my thought as well. That is just so annoying. And I couldn't even use my effect either again because everything was already still face down. So they're kind of good for doing that. So that's good for them. That is good for them. Faithful Adventure. Oh no, here it comes. Am I dropping everything tonight? Special summon one adventurer token. There it is. There it is. The thing that is, I mean, kind of scary, but I guess not really that scary. But there are a lot of things I think actually activates now. During main phase, you can add one monster that mentions adventure token from your deck to your hand, and then send one card from your hand to the graveyard. That's not too bad. Zadam, the Dark Palace. Oh, interesting. So they got back Denel. So when your monster controls with Del, Dark activated towers attack once per turn when your monster token destroys. So like the idea of this deck is just like to soup up one token. That's really interesting. Yeah, I don't really feel too good about this. That's okay though. So I mean, I don't even think a Regeki on our end would actually do anything. I don't even know if we were actually playing Regeki. Barry, you called it. Evenly matched. Let's go. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Let's see. So the token will be at 25. So if I put, all right. So let's see. At the end of the battle phase, you can actually do it at the end of your own battle phase. That is interesting. Oh, I guess we can't really do it then. Okay, so interesting. They'll have to keep the token. The token won't be enough. It will be at a base of 2,000. And we can use this in our hand, right? If you control no cards, yeah, you can use this as cards from your hand. Okay, cool. So we should just be good. So past turn, they, like what Barry said, they'll keep the token. Token will be at a base 2,000. We'll be at 700. And then we'll just see what happens. Yeah, so we're going to go to the... Oh, yeah. I'm so bad at this game. I forgot. This card prevents them from doing anything during the battle phase when it's equipped with like an adventure token. Damn, I should read cards. I should read cards. I really should. But yeah, like there was one card, like the Donell or whatever it was called. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. We'll go for a little bit more. It's all good, Barry. I probably should have just... Actually, no, it wouldn't even matter because like even if I tried setting the card, it wouldn't do anything. Because like the problem, we're facing him again. Yeah. Okay, I just need to make sure not to scoop this time. Society was too strong. Oh, it's all good, man. It's all good. But we got a rematch. This is the same dude. We got a rematch. Let's freaking go. Has that ever happened before? I don't think I've ever like had like a rematch back in PvP. That's insane. At least we know what he's playing now. We have evenly matched. We have True King. We also have Dyna. I mean, that's not. I mean, that's okay. So we could always normal summon him, destroy. We don't have like a lot of like popping things. So I mean, that's interesting. So they're playing their field spell, which I don't think it does really anything without a token, so we're kind of good in there. And face, cool. All right, so heart of the cards. Let's draw. Give me like one of the small dinosaurs. Terraforming is not. That's not too bad actually. Let's see. Lost World. Your opponent. Once per turn, if a normal monster on the field will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy as many monsters from your dinosaur deck instead. How much are the tokens? We could summon the token. So we can do Lost World. We could summon him. That'll trigger a token. We'll attack the token, use the effect to destroy something. We can evenly match now. Force him to lose 2 cards. I don't know, man. Last time we tried using evenly match, and that way it just didn't work out. So we're gonna do something a little bit differently. It may not be optimal. I think we're gonna do something differently here. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna special summon this. So we're gonna do that. Yeah. I actually might set evenly matched just to be on the safe side. Lost World's gonna trigger. It's gonna create a token for them. It's not an adventure token, thank God. It's a normal monster, so that's good. So we can then. Yo, Michael87 with the tier 1 sub for 28 months. Appreciate you, dude.
At 28 years old, I discovered that love is conditional as long as each
Booger
person
or
has
pear,
something
let's
to
go.
offer, and the minute the conditions are changed that each party become no longer invested and decides to move on or change their conditions, becoming immovable objects.
Damn, that's intense, man. How are you doing, Michael? Hope you're doing okay, man. I mean, he's not wrong. There needs to be compromise in like relationships and stuff like that, you know? It's important. What we'll do is we'll go to battle phase now. Hope you're doing well, Michael87. Can we get a shout from Michael87? Yes, use the effect of Lost World. We will destroy this one. Back to activates. Summon this boy. Still in the battle phase, which is pretty cool. We'll use its effect. We will then we can go for our boy. Yeah, we could go for our boy. Yeah, add to hand. We can always activate its effect if we wanted to, but we really don't. Maybe I should have used the other one so we can actually attack more, but that's fine. The cool thing is the token kind of counts towards the evenly match count. So, I mean, it kind of makes them like have to move out more cards. Go to main 2. We don't have enough per se. Let's see. So this card is summoned. Destroy. This card is going to destroy 2 other monsters. Okay, so what we can do? We can target one level. We can target one other level 4. Interesting. So we're gonna do that. We can destroy our own token. That's kind of cool. That is actually kind of cool. I did not realize you can actually do that. That's amazing. We can then. How many tokens we got? Nothing in the grave. We could set up with this because we can do a book, widespread book of moon to them, which is nice. So we'll get rid of you and you. Drop him. That's going to trigger him. We will do. Oh, too bad we can't. This is a once per turn. Yeah, it's only a once per turn, but it would be amazing if we actually search up for him too. That'd be great. So we'll set him. We'll then summon him. At least have this dude on field. Then we'll have the crocodile in our hand just to be able to kind of deal with some stuff. That is kind of nice. Small World technically could get us our copy of Misplays, I believe, but we're just going to hold on to that and just pass it. Tactic Ogres Reborn supposedly coming out this year. I haven't actually heard of that game. Is it good? Like, actually, no, I think I've heard about it before. Isn't that like a JRPG sort of thing? Yo, they actually just scooped. Let's go. I'll take it. Maybe we can get a best 2 out of 3 because that was actually the dude we faced before. And we kind of made a big misplay when it came with like sending our Soul Eater or whatever the first time. Never heard of Tactic Ogre? No. I have never heard of it, actually. Are you Ogre it? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, are you really that surprised, though? Are you really not that... Are you really surprised, Mike? Dilly? Oh, it's somebody new this time, Denise. That's fine. Let's see. 'Cause, yeah, it doesn't ring a bell, my dude. I actually kind of like their playmat. That actually looks kind of cool. Oh, it's kind of like it reminds me a lot of whatchamacallit, like Final Fantasy Tactics or Triangle Strategy. Mainly Final Fantasy Tactics. Yo, they're playing Trickstar. Once you normal summon, you can add a Trickstar monster from your deck to your hand. I don't even really know too much about Trickstars. I mean, it's a Stratos. There's no extra deck stuff, so I'm kind of feeling inclined to Valor the Candina. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of inclined to negate the Candina. because they can't link summon. Like, that's the cool thing about this event. There's no extra deck monsters. And I don't think this deck... I know Trickstar they have like a really insane trap card, but that's as far as I remember with this deck. So sending a card face down and passing off to me. Ooh, good draw. Good draw. I mean, technically this has a level 6 or lower dinosaur type. This could be technically anything that I want. So we're gonna first go with Fossil Dig and see if this either resolves or gets negated by a hand trap. Okay, so it resolves. So that's kind of nice. That's kind of neat. We will go with... We already have a miscellaneous source. We can go with... Because we can get Wrestler guy. It is an activate. We're going to take 200. That's fine. 200 is really nothing. We can then normal summon him. We're going to use his effect. Do they have a Veiler too? Do they actually have a Veiler? I don't like that that's actually the case. They might have a Veiler or an Ash. No, I don't think it's Ash because it didn't like prompt them to activate. Okay, so it's going to resolve. So that's good. Because Veiler only works during the main phase. So that's kind of good to know. So what we can do is we're going to be taking... So what's in our hand? Suppose we can grab a little guy. We can pop them both with True King. And I guess we could technically start swinging over. Yeah, I mean, that's technically one thing we could do. So we're going to activate Dragonic Diagram. We're going to take 200, that's fine. I mean, I could have technically searched out for UTC, but that's okay. So we're going to pop a little dude 1 and a little dude 2. Special summon him. That's going to trigger those two, which is awesome. Bottomless trap hole. Interesting. Okay. I mean, it kind of makes sense why they didn't use bottomless earlier, because like I would still get the effect. Like the main value from Soul Eater is the fact that it just like allows you to get the the Rhoda or the Foolish Burial. Losing True King isn't the worst thing that could be happening because we could still get a lot of cards out summoned to the field. Namely, Dino Wrestler, Pinkertrops. So we're gonna summon Pinkertrops, and then he's gonna trigger. We're gonna go for I mean, these he can't attack, right? Yeah, he can't really attack. That's 18. I mean, we could technically use his effect and just summon him again. That's kind of nice. Let's summon a level 4 below. Yeah, we'll do that. Summon that in defense mode. And then we can also pop that thing too, which is kind of nice. Yeah, so we're gonna use his effect. Destroy this. No, we're not gonna use his effect. Special summon. Sure, we'll special summon this one. Then the little guy's gonna trigger again, which is amazing. And then we're going to go for little guy number 2. Summon him again. And then we will use Dragonic Diagram because we have not used that just yet. We will pop this one, that's fine. We'll search out another copy of True King, and then I think we can be able to summon another True King, which will be nice. He'll trigger again because it's not a once per turn effect, which is so dumb. But I love it. I absolutely love it. We'll put a miscellaneous source in the graveyard. Because then... Oh, we can only summon once per turn. You can destroy 2 other face up in your hand, including an Earth monster. If you do. Yeah, I mean... We do technically have 2 Earth, so I guess you can only special summon... Whatever, that's fine. So not the way that I was expecting, but they scoop. Okay, that's fine. I mean, we could have attacked over it anyway, or just like used Dino Wrestler's effect to pop it. Because I think he couldn't attack due to the effect of the creature that we summed it with. But GG. Bingo, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. How's it going? I'm doing good. I appreciate for asking. Ooh, you were playing The Evil Within. I've actually seen a few people streaming The Evil Within. It looks kind of like a very haunting game. How are you enjoying it so far? I mean, I've been getting myself more into the Resident Evil franchise, but I'm not sure if I'd play the Evil Within. Maybe. It's hard to like, you know, say never. It's really good. It looks really good. Like the person who streams it, they have sound alerts. So like I'll sometimes like, you know, just like, you know, use like the Kirby's like really high, like, you know, yelling high or whatever. And it's actually kind of funny. If you like Resident Evil, you'll enjoy the Evil Within. I'll have to check it out at some point. Right now I've actually went through Resident Evil 2 Remake, 3 Remake, 4. I've went through 5 a little bit, and I've also almost done with Resident Evil 7. So, yeah, I mean, I've really enjoyed the Resident Evil games, especially the ones that are, like, over the camera shoulder. But 7 is still really good. 7 has been very enjoyable. Machina, there. Interesting. This card is added to your hand except by drawing a special summon it. Also, you can special summon the rest of the besides Machina. Okay, so it's basically a foolish burial. Fair enough. I loved them. They were really good. I've heard a lot of people prefer Resident Evil 2 Remake over 3 Remake, but I've actually found myself I actually really enjoyed the 3rd remake more, just a little bit. Just because I like some of the mechanics they gave Jill as opposed to Leon and Claire. Like that little like dodge thing that Jill can do. Like I think that was a really nice idea. Unfortunately, I can't really do much with this. So we're just gonna pass. I like 3 more as well. Yo, let's go. Mostly because Mr. X. Oh, Mr. X was so annoying. Yeah, he was really annoying. And I mean, I feel like he was. I feel like with Nemesis, it was a bit easier to deal with too. Mr. X, like you could be, you know, in the hall and he could just pop out of nowhere. I also like the fact that like you could shoot off Mr. X's hat. I thought that was always kind of funny. Unfortunately, we can't really do too much right now because we opened up really weird. 3 evenly matches, 1 call by the grave, 1 terraforming, and 1 true king. I really don't like this. Did you do the A and B runs in 2? I did. I want to say I did both A's and 1 B, but that was a long time ago. I think like almost a year ago. But yeah, I didn't do them all. Oh wait, this is at the end of the battle phase, right? Yeah, we're already dead. That's fine. I kind of wish evenly matched worked during the battle phase so we don't die, but it is what it is. It's a powerful card. But yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like going through Resident Evil 2 Remake, I probably won't go back to it again for a little bit. But I've actually cared enough to speed run Resident Evil 3 Remake. I don't know. It's interesting. And they got the true ending. Nice. Are you excited for the Resident Evil 4 Remake? It looks like it's going to be in the same engine and vein as like the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, which looks, you know, really good. But of course, I think they're going to try to focus on making it a little bit more horror-esque with the Resident Evil 4 remake. So I'm looking forward to it. You also do Leon A and Claire B. Maybe. I might go back into it. Did you prefer Claire's routes or did you prefer Leon's routes? Because I don't have they have a different weapon loadout, right? 3 face downs. Interesting. The cool thing is we do have Miscellaneosaurus, so I can kind of deal with that. Yeah, so we can do Miscellaneosaurus, we can do True. Yeah, we actually open up pretty. If they don't have like a. This is actually really good. It's actually a way better opening hand than I thought. This is actually pretty good. We have almost everything we could possibly ask for. The original is too clunky for me. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, at first I was not a fan of Resident Evil 4's controls for that reason. It felt very clunky. But I started to appreciate it more because it added that tense feeling to the game. Like it just made it feel so much more tense, right? But I could totally understand where you're coming from on that one. We're gonna try to get True King out first, and then we'll try to use Soul Eater to be able to get UTC out. For Claire, her move speed is a little bit faster when she's injured, and her story is a little bit better in my opinion. Fair enough. I will admit Claire's story had You know, in that one portion of the game, you play as Sherry, and you have to like avoid the terrible like police dude, sergeant or whatever his name is. Like, I hated that porch because it just felt so unnerving trying to escape him and like, you know, the environment. Like, that was my, I think that actually got me like the most like tense feeling as opposed to like almost everything else in the game. I don't know why. It just did not feel really good. No, it was a great game. Magical cylinders. So one magical cylinder, this card is when you activate magical cylinder, you advance this card. W effect. Wait, what? Set it. It is set from the deck. It can be activated this turn. When you activate magical cylinders, you can advance this card. Double the damage inflicted to your opponent. I think this is a newer card, if I'm not mistaken. You're on the edge. Yes, you are definitely on the edge the whole time. Sounds better than Ashley in 4. Yeah, that is fair. Like, I remember even when I was streaming Resident Evil 4, like, I just had a ton of issues with, what's her name? Ashley, just because she would not stay still, and it was a big pain. So, okay, so now I get it. Okay, I understand magical cylinders now, so we're good. So for this summon, we're gonna go for... we still have a normal summon available to us, which is good. So I think we will go for just simply... We can go with this one. We just miss and magical cylinders will be nothing. Does magical cylinders target barrier? Does magical cylinders target the attacking monster? You're right, it does target. Interesting. Honestly, I was gonna go for this, but you know, that's actually pretty smart. I like it. Maybe the Skyrim's is worse, but it's the closest competition. I remember my friend who played the Resident Evil Wii edition. What they ended up doing was just like using the cheat or something to get Ashley in the suit of armor, so they didn't have to worry about her health. Like, I'm like, dude, that's genius. It's so smart, you know, because like the most painful parts of the game is just like, you know, protecting Ashley because she can't defend herself. Like, Leon has like a huge arsenal of weapons. Why can't you just give Ashley like something to just, you know, kind of help out? I like how they did with like Kratos and Atreus, but Atreus is a little bit more dependable. Target one monster your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your field, but its effects are negated. You can banish one player that have the same TCG type. That sucks. I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. How many do we have in the grave? We still have 1, so that's fine. We can also miscellaneous too, which is fine. Well, we missed the timing on that, so that's my fault. I could still do my normal summon, so I guess we're gonna go for that now. Because it doesn't say currently in control, it just says control, so I think we should be fine for now. You missed earlier, the trap would not resolve. Oh, fair enough. See, that's how we learn. That's how we learn. We don't really need the green boy too much, so we're kind of good. We're kind of good. I think ultimate. Yeah, we're gonna have the ultimate conductor right out to war here. So we can still do his effect too, which is nice. We can also do miscellaneous source, but we don't really need to. Yeah, we're gonna do this now too. I wonder what they're going to do with Ashley's character, though, in Resident Evil 4 remake. See if they make her any different, or if it's going to be the same, you know, song and dance. I don't have any other pops, really, so I guess we could special summon... Yeah, we'll just go with this guy. That's fine. And then miscellaneous source number 1 is going to trigger. Personally, it doesn't really matter too much. I mean, yeah, it really doesn't matter. We can just special summon miscellaneous source itself. Just for a little bit more, like, you know, aggression sort of thing. Special summon him, banish these 2. Yeah, so drop ultimate conductor Tyranno. UTC is a man aforementioned. So that shouldn't... So magic cylinder should work because of the card that we played earlier, so we should be good. I don't know if they're plate face down, so we're just going to attack with this card. And I think magical cylinders only worked for that turn. I think. I could be wrong. We'll figure it out, though. Chain. Wait. So what was the banish effect for? Oh, interesting. I guess the timing was wrong. That's weird. Huh. Interesting. Maybe it's because it was out of time? I don't know. Maybe it's because we did it at a different time, but you know, it's all good, Barry. You and I had the same idea. Yay. Learning opportunities, right? As long as they can't do 1,000 to us, we're fine though. But that begs the question, could they actually just kill us now? We'll find out. Wait, what does this do? Layer of Darkness. All monsters become darkness if you attribute a dark monster. Okay, interesting. We just need to survive one turn. Let's get it. Let's get it. Lost World. Interesting. I mean, not really much I can really do. I mean, we can just, do we just go for the attack? Once per turn, if a normal monster would be just, it doesn't really do too much on that one. Unfortunately, I can't really pop much. That's kind of like build up the board. You know what? This is kind of going. We'll see. That's actually not a bad. That's actually a great idea, Barry. Let's go for it. Oh, they got something. They got something. Ballista Squad. Oh yeah, they can use that. That's interesting. That is very, very interesting. They're popping the True King. That is really interesting. The attack still goes through, though. You know what? We're still not going to win, regardless. But to me, it kind of seems like they're trying to hold on. So let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. That sees that play outside of Duel Links. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Wait, they're actually letting us go through? Do we go for another attack? Do we go for another attack? Do we go for another attack? Do we try to be risky? What's in our grave actually, really quick? We don't have a lot of stuff in the grave. Most of the stuff is banished. Just go for it. Just go for it. If we lose, that's fine. Oh, cool. We actually got the attack through. Let's go, baby. We'll normal summon. Let's see. So we can do quite a bit of things here. Lost World's kind of nice, but we don't really need to use it right now. All monsters on the field lose 500 except for dinosaurs, so I guess we might as well just activate it. So what is this card? Is it another Ballista Squad or something, maybe? I'm not too sure. Very well could be. All right, so we're gonna use his effect again. We're gonna pop Baby Dragon thingy, the baby thingy. We're gonna special summon back Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. He's back because I guess we probably special summoned him once before, so we're kind of good now. Select the optional effects. No, I guess we're fine on that. We don't need to really worry about that. We also have another one that's still 500 attack, so like if they have another like magical cylinder at some point, we can still try to bait it out because like we could take 500, but they can't. Target a monster in your graveyard and special summon it. What are they special summoning? In your graveyard. Special summoning Armor of the Wicked. You can discard, add 1 layer of darkness. If you tribute darkness out of the activate spike, you can add 1 dark monster. Oh, that is not good. If they try to, let's see. You can add this. You can tribute 1 dark monster, draw 1 card, or if you tribute a dark monster, other than this card after its effect, you can then. That's not good because they could potentially, if I'm not mistaken, they could potentially go for like what is it? Caius, the Shadow Monarch, could just deal 1,000, which would kind of suck for us. So we're gonna special summon this dude. We're gonna use his effect. No, we don't need to do that. So we will search for a Miscellaneousaurus. Yes. So if they go for Caius, we can use Miscellaneousaurus to prevent them from being affected by its effects. Then if he tries to attack over, we can just shut everything face down. I think that's the good strat we could do. Are you winning, son? Trying to, Dad. How are you doing tonight, Michael? Thank you again for the sub, by the way, dude. Appreciate you. All right, so let's see how this plays out. Let's see how this pans out, everybody. Part of the cards. Gotta say though, I actually really enjoy this this deck. This is actually a very fun deck to play. I just need to learn how to play it effectively. That's fine. We get shotgun miss. They try to search. Well, too late. So maybe they could still attribute something to that and draw, but they drew the Diablos. Your opponent can attribute this face up. If the Dark Monster is attributed, you can special summon Scarf in your graveyard. That's actually not too bad. Yugioh, the dark side of dimension. Welcome, Typhoon Manga. Hope you're doing well tonight. How's it going? This is actually gonna be the last duel for the night before we clock out because your boy Metal is. Yo, we got it. Let's go. Yes, they quit. I mean, either way, I felt like we were pretty good in that situation anyway. Because we had the Misplays. We had all the ways of getting around their issues. So we're good. We did it. Hope you're proud of that one, Michael. That one was for you. Barry, I appreciate you with talking with me through with some of those ideas. Though Misplays and Magic Cylinder, they don't work that well. They don't work together. They just don't mesh. But that's fine. We made a ton of gems off this event. Holy crap. Really enjoyed this event so far. Honestly, I really, really do enjoy it. I guess I caught the intel of it. Yeah, we usually end it around like, 11 p.m. Pacific time, but it's all good. No, like this is a lot of fun. Now that I'm actually playing a deck that I actually kind of enjoyed, maybe we could do more Master Duel streams. Oh no, he said the thing. We'll figure it out though. For now though, who is currently streaming that we can be able to drop a raid off to potentially? Let's see. I mean, P-Mail is streaming. We haven't raided P-Mail in a very long time. We'll go raid P-Mail. Good jobs. Thanks, Type. I appreciate you. All right, let's get the raid going. Everybody, I appreciate you all tonight. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. Michael, thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. Fab32123 Kid, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the community. Glad to have you here. Thanks for the stream. Mingo, thank you for being a part of it. I appreciate you. The next stream is going to be, what, today is Sunday? So that means it'll be Wednesday. Wednesday should be the finale of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Looking forward to playing that to see what happens with Ethan Winters. And then following that, we're going to be doing more Retro Friday stuff with Paper Mario. But for now, everybody stay safe, stay hydrated. I appreciate you. Everybody sleep well. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thank you.